Welcome to this Unwind class that's perfect to do anytime you just need to take a few minutes to stretch out the body. We're going to start lying down on the mat. So when you have your mat rolled out, come and join me in a supine position. And draw the knees in towards the chest. So beginning in a ball pose, knees are hugged in. Maybe some of you will automatically just start to rock from side to side. And once you've got a little bit of movement there, the hands can come to the knees and you can take those knees into circles. So perhaps the knees stay together and you take 2 or 3 in one direction and then you take 2 or 3 circles in the other direction. And you can also have an option with the knee circles where we take the knees apart. So knees come into chest, knees apart, take them round, bring them back together. Again, a couple in each direction. Just warming up the hip joint here, getting a little bit of lubrication going on there. Lovely, right knee is going to hug in, left leg is going to go long, so hug in that right knee. Slowly guide it over to the left side, rolling onto the left hip, right hand can reach back out and you can gaze over those right fingertips. Breath here. Before returning back onto the mat, still working with this right side as we take the right foot up towards the ceiling. The sole of the foot is facing upwards and we hold on to maybe our thigh, our shin, our ankle or our foot and bring that right leg into a half happy baby. Now you can take a little rock here, you can stay still, whatever you fancy doing. And then hugging in that right knee. Left leg is going to bend, sole of the left foot towards the mat, crossing over the right ankle into a supine pigeon or figure of 4. Press out on that right thigh with your right hand. If that's enough for you, you stay right here. If you want to thread that right hand through the gap you've made, picking up the left foot off the floor, you can do that and take it a little bit deeper. You can interlace your hands around the back of your left thigh or left shin. It's your choice. Hug in. And then unravel those legs, come back into that ball pose, both knees hugging in together. And this time, if you want to bring head towards knee, you could do that. If you took that option, bring it back down towards the mat. And then keep the left knee hugged in, we'll take the right leg along the mat. All of that on the other side now. So the left knee hugs in, and then the right hand slowly guides it over to the right side, rolling onto the right hip this time. And then the left hand comes back out. Maybe you gaze over towards the left side. Bringing it back onto your back now and into that half happy baby. So the sole of the left foot comes up towards the ceiling. You're holding on to left thigh, shin, ankle or foot and drawing the left knee down to the outside of the body. Maybe a little rock. Maybe a little stillness. As you bring that left knee in towards the chest, right leg bends, coming into the supine pigeon. So the sole of the right foot is on the floor, the left ankle crosses over the right thigh, pressing out on that left thigh with your left hand and staying there if you want to, or reaching through, interlacing your right fingers around your right shin or your right thigh, hugging in just as much as you want to get that stretch. And then unraveling back into the ball pose. And you've got the option here to either rock up to a seated position or perhaps you roll onto your side and you bring yourself slowly up into a seated position and then through into a tabletop position. So meet me here with your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And we'll take a few cat-cow here. So inhale as you look up and your chest lifts, but your belly drops. Exhale round through the spine, chin comes into chest. Take a couple more like that. Inhaling into your cow pose. Exhale into your cat. And again, inhaling into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Finding the stillness back in your tabletop position. I'm going to bring my left hand just more into the center of the mat as I pivot on my left knee and stretch open to the right side. So it's like a modified side plank. But if you can, maybe you raise that right leg, take hold of the right thigh, shin, or foot. Perhaps you even have a strap around that foot. And we take a little bound angle here as we're stretching through this bound side plank. Getting a nice little stretch of the chest through the front of this upper leg. And then back round into your 4-point kneeling, patting the hands forward, taking a stretch through into puppy pose. So the chest comes down a little lower, the hips stay over the knees. Lovely opening through the shoulder blades here. Back up into a tabletop and just take that bound side plank on the other side. So now my right hand comes a little bit more center as I open up to the left side. Perhaps I'm lifting my left leg and taking hold of the foot or some other part there to get that stretch through the left thigh this time. Lovely, coming all the way back round into your tabletop, tucking your toes and finding that lovely downward facing dog position. So maybe have a little bent knee and take a little pedal here first of all. Do whatever movement you want to do here. Find stillness if that feels where you want to be. Now right leg is going to lift, right leg comes between the hands, or maybe you drop the left knee and you help the right leg up. Meet me here in a runner's lunge so the back knee is lifted. If it's better for you, do feel free to bring the back knee down. One breath here in the runner's lunge before that back knee comes down for all of us. Push off your hands, come up and find a low lunge for me. Now you can either have a nice little tuck of that pelvis and work at opening through the thigh, or you can really bend into this low lunge and almost open up a little bit more through the chest. So they're both valid options, just depends what feels best for you today. Right, everybody come and bring their hands into prayer. We're going to twist round to the right side. Maybe you stay upright, but perhaps you're able to hook the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Option here to tuck the back toe, lifting that back knee. Pausing here, especially if you've got your knee up. Make sure you're focusing on something to keep your balance. Your focus now moves to the top of the mat. Let's twist our torso round to meet it. Left hand is going to come down to the mat. Option to have that back knee lifted or down, it's your choice. Right arm opens up into your easy twist. Lovely, bringing that right hand down, stepping back into downward facing dog. Take a pedal, find stillness this time, it's your choice. Before the left leg rises this time and comes between the hands. Or maybe that right knee drops and you help that left leg forward. Either way, let's find a runner's lunge with your left leg forward and your right leg back. If you have your knee lifted, let's drop that right knee. Push off those hands. Find a low lunge for me, which can either be with a little pelvis tucked and be upright here, and you'll feel the stretch through that front right thigh, or perhaps you lean into it a little more and you open up a little bit more through the chest there. Everybody come up and bring your hands into prayer. We'll take that twist to the left side this time. Some of you will be hooking your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Some of you will be tucking toes and lifting your back knee. I had a little wobble there. Take a little twist. Focusing on something if you have your back knee lifted. Bring that focus to the top of the mat. Chest comes around and follows the focus. And then right hand comes down to the mat this time. Left arm is going to reach up towards the sky. You're in an easy twist with your back knee lifted or down. It is your choice. And then left hand comes down, back into that downward facing dog. This time, just as an option, if you want to take your right hand off, reach underneath your body and hold your left ankle or your thigh or your shin. You can twist out the dog. You'll find that you start to look underneath your left armpit. Replace that right hand back down. Take it on the other side where the left hand comes underneath the body, holding onto the right ankle, shin or thigh. And this time you're looking under the right armpit. Back into a downward facing dog. Let's let that right leg lift. Find a three-legged dog for me. So our shoulders are square to the mat. We're putting equal pressure through both hands. If you like to scorpion tail, take that option now where we bend that right leg and our heel of our right foot comes towards our glutes. From here, find your three-legged dog again. Keep that right knee bent. As you bring it forward, we're going to place the right knee behind the right wrist. And your right shin is most likely to be at a 45-degree angle. We're coming into pigeon. If you know your pigeon, please take it now. Otherwise, follow me as we look behind us, maybe bringing our back leg a little bit more central to the mat, wiggling that back foot backwards and sinking down a little bit more into pigeon. This front shin can be really tucked in, or it can be up more at a 45-degree angle towards the top of the mat. My hips don't really do that. So I take much more of a 45-degree angle and then slowly come on down. I like to use my hands as a little pillow. Pause here and take a few breaths in your pigeon. It can be quite an intense pose. So just focus on the exhale if you're feeling any tension here. Make the exhale a little bit longer, a little bit smoother. Lovely. From your pigeon, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to tuck your back toe and lift your back knee. To push through your hands, lift your torso up, step back into a downward facing dog. All of that on the other side. So the left leg lifts, we find our three-legged dog. So our shoulders are square, our hands are equally pressed into the floor. And if you want to open into scorpion tail, that option is there for you. Bring it back into a three-legged dog. As we then bend our left knee, we bring the left knee behind the left hand, coming into pigeon on this side. So the back knee goes down. We bring the right leg a little bit more central into the mat and sort of wiggle it backwards as you find your pigeon and bring yourself down. If pigeon is not your friend today or ever, you are more than welcome to come back into that supine pigeon variation we took at the start of class. Taking another breath here. Before this time we bring our hands underneath our shoulders, we're simply going to rock onto that left hip, bringing our back right leg around. Have your knees bent and lower yourself down onto the mat. So as you come down onto the mat, keep the knees bent, maybe have them about hip distance apart, and just really slowly start to rock through the pelvis. Maybe you stay there. Maybe you rock and roll all the way up through the spine and take bridge rolls. Or perhaps you come up and you actually find your full bridge today. Maybe hands come underneath the body, interlace those fingers and pressing those fists into the mat. Taking a breath here. And whichever of those variations you took, release the hands if they're interlaced. Slowly finish with a roll back down towards the mat. And then I invite you to maybe find supine butterfly to end in. So bringing the soles of your feet together, the knees just gently open wide to the side. But if this is not for you today, perhaps take your feet at the edge of the mat and allow the knees just to gently meet in the middle. So whichever of these options you've taken, slowly close down the eyes. And we're going to finish this class with just a few equal breaths. So exhale with me now to synchronize. And then inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top of the breath. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top of the breath. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top of the breath. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that exhale all come out and allow your breath now to return back to its natural rhythm. Stay here if you want to, or if you're getting on with your day, let's rock and roll up to a seated position or roll onto your side and use your hands to push yourself into a seated position. Join me here. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I hope to see you on the mat again soon. Namaste.